You stole the show last time. My daughter loved you.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. We both failed.
You know that this is the season finale because Yoshan is leaving on a ship tomorrow to Uganda.
To Uganda?
To Uganda, yeah. He's going to run for president there for about 4 months. And
I want to control our country's economics there. When I'm dead, I'm done. Don't revive me.
Exactly. So
Cut me up and throw me somewhere over the mountain.
I had my first crush when I was like 6. I still remember.
On what? Who?
On a person.
On what is a good question?
I am very jealous right now because
Me?
you have such good friends.
Because of my hair?
Yeah, for sure. That.
Are you guys in touch with pop culture?
Yeah, Cardi B, Cardi C, Cardi B.
Very nice.
Little Dicky, little Bicky,
Little
little
Mickey.
Mickey, little baby.
Literally performing on stage with another actress, and she literally pushes me.
No shit.
Maybe she wanted to push you further in front.
Push your head in your career.
You misunderstood.
You go, darling.
You go.
You go, girl.
You misunderstood.
What?
That's so bro.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 15 of That's So
15.
Bro.
You okay?
Yeah.
Recently, we had
Close.
Recently, we had an episode with the two other dudes where we spoke about the bro code. Ranshan and Radhika were here. Remember that?
I remember that.
During that, we were trying to figure out the female version of this code and if it actually exists. So we brought two specialists.
We brought two experts on the topic.
One has been a lady for about 35, 40 years. And the other one has been a lady for about 50 years.
Actually, 35. Yeah, lady, right? No, not even 35. Maybe like ladies for like what, 20
Ladies
years.
for 20 years each.
Did they transition?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, ladies, right?
So
You need to
this-
get the membership renewed every month.
I didn't make him and I.
Alright.
But
Every month.
I've got a small question. Am I going to fall? This is kind of leaning back. Will I fall?
I mean,
Will I fall?
While Sierra does her
Find
introductions, I will sort of just
Sierra, please tell us everything about you. So the
Everything
guests,
about me. Do you have like 2 days?
Gotcha, bro.
I mean,
2 whole days.
summarize in like 5 minutes, please.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sihara. I write music and I happen to know Yoshan and Amanda.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's why I'm here.
She was going to say that for 2 days.
And we have our favorite recurring guest.
Yeah, I'm Peksha and I'm here today for the second time.
Due to popular
Just to get a good laugh because
Due to popular demand.
No.
You are here due to popular demand, yeah.
You stole the show last time. My daughter loved you.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. We both failed. We both failed. I'm sorry.
right. Yeah,
We
fair.
both-
It's your daughter. Yeah.
Someone loves me. Can this be the highlight of the video?
Also, you guys need to know that this is the season finale because Yoshan is leaving on a ship tomorrow to Uganda.
To Uganda?
To Uganda, yeah. He's going to run for president there for about 4 months. And
I want to control our
Romance.
country's economics there.
What is your policy? What is your foreign policy? No, but so Yoshan is going. This is the season finale, and we want to have you two on favorite guest, new guest, and we wanted to get into something that we have no idea about. So the entire That's So Bro podcast has been two guys' perspectives.
Right.
We have no perspective on this whatsoever.
This is the first time we are doing a topic where we have no idea.
Yeah.
So we are totally blind, and you two will have to teach us and teach all our lady friends out there what it is.
Yes. Starting with what it is. Sarah.
Okay. Thank you for putting me on the spot.
We're going
Like-
alphabetical order. So A, B, C, D, S,
Yes.
U.
Yes. So Ciara,
Amanda?
first of all, what is it called? And secondly, what does it mean to you?
That's a tough question. Well, I call it the girl code.
Right.
Right? Just because it sounds better than the cis code, because that's a bit weird, you know?
Bro, sis.
Bro is cool. Bro sounds cool.
Ah, sis is not cool. Yeah, I completely agree.
Cis
Yeah.
is
sure,
weird, you know?
sure,
I,
sure.
I don't like that word, but
Sure, sure.
the girl code.
I love how it starts off with us being in the head again.
All right.
It's not a competition.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh my God.
What is this?
It's a competitive.
Oh my
It's a
God.
podcast.
That's actually where all the problems start. So yeah, let's start from there. No, it's not a competition.
we were plus one and we just brought it back down. Yes, you were saying.
Zero
Yes. So
time.
what it means to me, right? I would say it's like this unspoken way of respecting each other in the female community.
Okay.
That's what I would say. And it's like you don't necessarily owe anything to another woman, but at the same time you share like similar experiences, so you would know how it would affect that person. So you do things so that you won't negatively impact the other girl who
Yeah.
you're probably friends with, or even might not even be friends with, to be honest.
Right, like having their back even if they don't ask for it.
Yeah, so there's like different things that come into play depending on like a scenario. For example, if I see a girl on the road and they have like lipstick on her
The
teeth,
teeth, yeah.
and I would just tell her, it's girl code to tell her. You don't zip it and say nothing.
Right,
Yeah, it's just an example.
right. This is
If we saw a bro with lipstick, we just make fun of him.
fair enough.
Anywhere on the face. Anywhere on the face, not only the teeth.
No, because I watched this Cardi B episode, I think, and she was going down the red carpet of some event or something, and she had gone through about 3 or 4 interviews before this, when a random girl just came and said, "Look, girl, you have something here," and she's like, "This is my new best friend. None of y'all told me." So I understand. Plus,
Exactly.
I mean, it's not something you can see for yourself,
Right.
so it does mean a lot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you experienced it personally?
Yeah. Many times. Yeah.
So you put lipstick on your teeth all the time?
All the time. Yeah. It's like, I would like to put lipstick on my teeth more than my lips.
I have that problem as well.
Right?
It's to with the lips, I think. They flip a bit and then like, I don't know, when we smile, yeah, it gets on.
Do you confuse toothpaste with lipstick?
What?
Okay, I have no experience with lipstick, so I have no right to say
Right.
anything.
Fair enough.
And
As someone who does shoots, I would understand to a certain extent, but then it's not. We don't have bright red.
what color do you use?
A nude gloss.
A nude gloss. Why is it gloss?
I don't know. You ask the advertisement people. They really wanted to shine. And I say, "Oh, soap."
So,
Upesh, what about you?
Thank you so much for shifting it from cis to girl.
Thank you.
Because call me weird, but I
Weird.
started I started realizing this only after my daughter, to be really honest. I'm not a very, like I said earlier, I'm a very introvert type
Right.
of person, so I don't really socialize a lot. So now when I got my daughter and I got divorced, almost everyone kept telling me that it would have been better if I got a son and not a daughter. I did not know how to respond to it initially because it was just surprisingly shocking.
Yeah.
But then I obviously thought a lot about it, and with my current situation, I'm almost a single parent. There's a bit of support, but I'm almost. And I mean, it'll be impossible for me to understand a boy child growing up, because I mean, I now with my daughter, I can obviously relate in
Right.
every way possible, and I feel so blessed. And yeah, and I mean that's like the main key, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the easiest way to relate to another woman. And I mean, at the end time where we're speaking for equality, gender equality, but at the same time, as women and men, we do have those biological differences.
Right.
And so I mean, it's obviously the easiest when you're the same type, right?
but with modern medical marvel and modern culture, your daughter
Yeah.
could go either way, Fingers crossed.
Yeah, in Russia, I think they've started preserving dead bodies to revive them someday. Come on, please, let's just chill a bit, live in the moment for God's sake. I don't know. I get you.
Don't revive me, man. I'm done. When I'm dead, I'm done. Don't revive me.
Exactly. So
Cut
like,
me up and throw me somewhere
I
over the
mean,
mountain.
rather than thriving for things that are absurd, it's more important to live in the moment and be realistic. And yeah, this is very, very, very much important. Very much important.
Because we chose the topic. Yeah, but good job.
I mean, we all are like, yeah, good job.
No, that's a very interesting twist, because the way Yoshan and I foresaw this was the fact that, so when we talked about the bro code, it was the fact that when there was a situation that I personally had, somebody came and got my back. But the fact that you brought it to a mother-daughter relation was actually a very interesting
It's
twist.
a new
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
We didn't see it that way.
Yeah. Which means you have no idea what you're doing.
I'm a dude and my daughter's a chick, so
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
again,
So
medical marvels.
Yoshan already hates about 2 or 3 kids in Yara's nursery because they are too friendly.
They're always holding hands and hugging.
Boys?
Yeah.
Dude doesn't even know how to use a potty and he's already hugging my daughter. I'm watching you. You curly
How
haired
old
boy.
is your daughter?
2. Watching you. I know you, Mr. I won't say the name because if you're grown up and you're a cop or something.
But then, I'm glad you are, because my daughter is 7 and they already have crushes and, relationships going on. And I'm like,
I had my first crush when I was like 6. I still remember.
On what? Who?
On a person.
On what is a good question.
On a human being.
Right, but then who?
This boy that was my best friend at the time. I remember I used to go and give him like Spider-Man stickers. And then my mom would be like, why are you giving him Spider-Man stickers? And I was like, I don't know. It makes me happy when he's happy.
sweet.
Really? How old were you when you had your first crush?
You see, I'm a boy. We have other emotions before crush.
Right.
Which is a whole other topic.
All right, so coming back to Cisco.
I mean, you must have gone through similar.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster of emotions. Then you're like, this is a crush. I shouldn't have done all the things I've done all this time.
Oh my God.
I can't argue with that. All right. This whole thing, has there been a certain situation in your life outside of the daughter-mother relation where, so for example, like what Yoshan was saying was, he had a particular time where he had gone out drinking with some friends. All right. And whenever his mom called to the plethora of friends he had asking, where's Yoshan? They was, he's here with me, auntie, don't worry, he's asleep or he's in the bathroom or something. But then she had called a couple of houses and they were all, Yoshan was with all of them at the same time.
Yes. Like they don't even know where I am. My mom calls like, where's your he's here, auntie, he's sleeping. And then she'll call another friend just to confirm. And that dude will be like, auntie's in the bathroom, auntie. Meanwhile, I'm in some gutters. I'm like, where's home?
Oh my Lord.
And they are calling me like, dude, your mom's calling. And I mean, I got caught. I got into trouble. But the thing that all of them stood up for me is, I don't know, where I felt really... I mean, I got punished quite a bit, but I felt really good that they've supported me, even though it was a very bad way to do it. But we want to know if something like that happens to you. Would you have the same?
Unfortunately, I never had got to live in the same place for more than a year or 2 maximum. So I've never had a lifelong relation, like friends or relatives or even neighbors. Or I've been to 9 different schools. So
Wow.
I am very jealous right now. Because
Me?
you have such good friends.
Because of my hair?
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I said that last time. So
Yeah.
anyways, so I've not been blessed in that sense. But I mean, to have someone ever got my back. Amanda did last time on the podcast.
An honorable member of the girl code.
Thank you. I frequent between both.
So I mean, irrespective of gender, I think with the respectful relationship that we build with people, and that's then. So it should be. It usually should be way more stronger with women, amongst women at least.
Yeah.
But I haven't. I have not been very lucky to have that positive experience. It's been mostly negative.
No.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but yeah.
That's the twist, right? Because before we got you, Sierra, there were 2 or 3 other ladies that I actually wanted to get on the podcast. And they were of a generation, you finished school in 2017, Masha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
the generation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
of like our
Exactly.
generation.
Exactly.
And a lot of them said, I can't relate to that.
Right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When we said the topic, they said they can't come.
Yeah. They'll come for another topic. But they
So
just...
I was like your 5th choice. Is
Sixth.
what you're saying.
So you were the first positive choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
But 6th overall.
Thank you for that. Really helps my self-esteem right now.
How you are married, bro? I have no idea how that still thrives.
Exactly. How?
We should have an episode just to discuss that. Like really get into
Like-
the nitty-gritty details.
Like how she's still okay and she's still there. This is beyond me. But okay.
It's all about the joke.
But I must say, I'm glad to represent that side.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're on the other end.
yeah.
We're happy that there is a diversity in that, because otherwise it's just one big echo chamber of, oh yes.
Yeah.
What about you? Was there a certain situation?
Oh yeah, so many. Like I didn't have a lot of female friends. Even now, I don't have a lot of female friends. I only like have 3 or 4, but I trust them with anything, like anything. And the saddest part for me is most of them are abroad right now. So
Right.
it's really like, we don't have, because I used to go to my best friend's house every single day. I literally lived there. And like anyone would call me about something that, she was up to, I would always have her back. I had other friends who I'm not as close to anymore, but at the time, if I had to have their back, I would. And it would be the same the other way around as well.
Right.
So it's very like, because I feel like that's like it's a beautiful experience because you feel like someone really aids whatever bad decisions that you're making.
Right,
And
yeah.
you don't get that as a kid much because your parents are always like, do this right and, don't make any mistakes. But yeah, but you have like your daughter now. So that's,
Right.
it's like a whole different, beautiful bond.
Yeah, but like, now, say, from what I said, I'm not condemning all the women out there. So even
We
if
should
I,
cut that part. Can you say it again so that we can cut from it? I condemn all women.
I am condemning all women.
even like even though I've not had those long-term relationships, when it came to different situations, I've been blessed to meet acquaintances where they've helped,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And so I've been extremely blessed. But
Do you
yeah.
have a best friend? Not that more than a acquaintance?
Outside of me and Yoshan,
Yeah.
you have a best friend?
Like anyone
What,
you can.
what does it look like? Honestly, just tell me. I'm just kidding,
I
just
don't know.
kidding.
So like you feel
Honestly.
sad at like 1 a.m. Who do you call?
I have a few people. Like,
So you do have friends.
No, but they're not my best friends. I don't have a particular person who knows it all. I have an ex-boyfriend of
You
mine.
are not a best friend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they know it as well because they get surprised with knowing
When you
certain,
call.
knowing certain details of me. They're like, you didn't say this to me, and I'm like, I didn't know I had to, kind of thing,
Right.
But then I don't boil up things. I have to share it with someone. So I end up finding someone. It could be a relative or a friend or an acquaintance. But yeah, I've not been blessed with long-term relationships. But at the same time, the short-term instances have been very helpful, very healthy, much needed, definitely needed.
Right.
I wouldn't have been able to survive. I mean, I think suicides and I don't know, getting addicted to unwanted things is a result of not being open to either the relationships that you have or the people that you could trust, at least at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Amanta,
isolation.
shall we flex? How long have you been friends?
Flex.
We're going to flex at
They're
you.
going to flex about their friendship because everything is a competition here.
Come on. It's 0-0. Come on. Let's make it 1-0. Come on. Our friendship.
Right.
How many years has it been?
God, it's what?
I think we were 12, 13.
Yeah. So
When we
half,
first met.
half our lifetimes.
I think I can beat that.
Wow. Awesome.
Everything's a competition now. Everything's a competition.
No, I mean, you're the
I
one
mean,
who
we didn't say it was a competition. At any point, did we say it was a competition?
No.
She said it's a competition.
We made it a competition.
Why offended? when I said
we
offended?
made it a competition. We didn't want it to be a competition.
We didn't want it to be a
You
competition.
just
She
don't want
wanted.
to lose.
That's the one.
You just don't want to lose. That's what it is. I've been best friends with my friend since we were 4 years old. My best friend and
I
That's
have
yours.
friends.
Best
I have friends since we were 1 year.
No,
Right.
like
That's the
best
way.
friends, like literally joined at the hip best friends since we were 4.
We didn't join at the hip because we were born in separate hospitals. But from about 1.5 year friends, I have friends like that also.
Really? Just
If you want to compete, this bug and me are friends since last birth. He was my buffalo.
Buffalo.
Have you not watched Bad Boys 4?
Oh my god.
Sorry, no.
If you have seen Bad Boys 4, you'll get the reference.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll watch it. So just to make you all feel better, I don't even know my parents for that.
There we
dog.
go. There we go.
Wow.
Good for us.
Yeah.
Were you
That's crazy.
adopted?
I do feel adopted. I do feel adopted.
All right. Anyways, so she said something that struck me, that she doesn't have many female friends, right? She said that. Is it because being friends with dudes is more easier because they have this sense of bro code which they bring into the friendship with you? Or being friends with girls is more harder because the cis code is not really established? Or girl code, what was it called? Girl code.
Girl code. I think it really depends because when I was younger, not younger, as in like when I was in my late teens, I would literally be like, oh, it's so easy to make friends with boys. And then I found out most of them are just like waiting in line to, jump into a relationship with you. And some of the, like 80% of the time, the relationship you have with a boy is kind of not very genuine.
Right.
Yeah, because like they would give me faulty advice about relationships, or you would just kind of be in the way a little bit. But the thing with women, in my experience, is that I always felt like either it's because society kind of pins you against each other. Like it's a thing. If you look at beauty pageants, or like from the time you're born, your parents would compare you to your sister, like, oh, you're the prettier one.
I don't think that's a gender thing. Even, I mean, For us all,
General thing is true. The
Is
competition
it,
is there.
but then I don't know. 'Cause
he did beauty pageants.
Hello.
no, but like if you look at women in general, right?
Appearances,
There is a
definitely.
higher affinity to like give like more prominence to what you look like.
Okay.
Right? And that's just one thing. And I've personally faced a lot of experiences where I've had to like compete with another woman for like different things. It's just how like I feel like society kind of expects it out of you. Look at like pop girlies right now, right? Are you guys in touch with pop culture?
Yeah, Cardi B, Cardi C, Cardi B.
Very nice.
All of them.
Little Dicky, little Mickey,
Little
little
Mickey.
Mickey, little baby.
Big Baby.
No, that's not.
He's Big Baby.
Everyone's little.
Right. Oh, okay.
Biggie's from the 80s.
Right. Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, so if you look at like what's happening in the pop scene right now, because I'm like, I love music, right? We have so many new female artists who are coming up, and people are always pinning them against each other. Like, oh, who's prettier? Who has the better music? Who's doing well? And that the crazy thing is, most of them are actually friends in real life.
Okay.
But the media kind of pins them against each other.
But don't we do the same for male artists? Who has the better music?
I don't know. I feel like it's a little less.
Have you heard the Kendrick Lamar Drake situation?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but
They
I feel
both
like
have terrible
But they
music.
actually have beef against each other. See, that's the difference. This is women who don't have any like issues with each other, but the media is
I
always
have
finding
something.
reasons
Okay.
to put them against each
That's
other.
because women nice to the face, bad in the back. Men are just straight bad to the face.
Kind of true.
Can we get a close up on that? Yeah, just do.
I think there's some truth to that. But
Yeah.
like coming back to like the original question, I'm sorry, I was talking all over the place. But I feel like if you make a female friend, it's more genuine. But it's harder to make a female friend because females already have their guard up.
Right.
We have a guard up in general with anybody. And also because of like this competition thing, I feel like even sometimes when I've had friendships that have started off okay, sometimes we've started competing against each other without even realizing it. And it's fallen off. Yeah.
Do you think that's a societal thing, or do you think that's just brown culture?
It's hard to say because I feel like it's a societal thing. But at the same time, in brown culture, there are a lot of other things to compete for. Like when I was growing up, school grades was like a huge thing, you
Right.
know. Who's doing well in class, and then again, you know, who looks the best and who has the most number of guys into them. There's like
Right.
different facets to it. But yeah,
I still think that's not a gender thing.
I would.
why is that? Like, tell me about that.
I mean, my marks also my mom compared.
No, but like
My looks also they compare. Like
if
you see my
compete
comment.
professionally, it's okay. I think. I mean, to compete the artwork or even like grades or whatever. That should be there. I feel. Then you push yourself to do better, and obviously the industry comes
Healthy competition is always good competition.
good, but not on a personal level.
Right. Yeah. Fair.
Now, I honestly hate competing with actresses who fuck around.
Right.
Are you gonna do?
I love she said sleep and she thought sleep is a bad word. Fuck is a better word.
Fuck around.
If you fucked around, we're talking about you.
No, but like, I mean, I literally get asked why you don't get such projects, and I'm like, because I don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Please beep that. But you know, like, yeah, it's horrible. I mean, the competition on a personal level is what I hate.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
sure you can relate given like the acting industry because I have no experience in that. But
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in any field, I think if your obviously your skills and your training and your background all matters, but at the same time, what you bring to the table is very unique. It's all to the person, right?
Right.
So I mean that's why we make that mark no matter where we are. So we've got to realize what we are, but like you said, the competition I appreciate to a certain extent, but anything beyond or less is just toxic.
Yeah.
Let me repeat the question. I don't think it was answered. The fact that as she said before, she said that she has more guy friends than girlfriends. Even though the guys are 80% bad, still she has more guy friends than girlfriends.
yeah.
Is it because that bro code you are brought into the bro code and that this girl code is not developed enough?
I could agree.
Yeah,
to that
sorry, I
as well.
missed that.
Is it
question.
not developed enough, or is it needs to be further developed? Or
Yeah, I mean,
because personally, my female friends, they have massive guy friends groups. Like
Yeah.
We make friends with them thinking we're going to meet more girls, but instead we meet more dudes through
Yeah.
them. When we were single, it was such a misconception.
No, even work-wise,
Yeah.
I've had to be the only female amongst all men.
Right.
Like what? Like and they were it may be small groups or large. I was extremely safe and comfortable, but not. It was very hard for me to be with a bunch of women for sure. It was weird. I mean, I felt the cutthroat verb, like even by word or even by action sometimes. There have been instances where I'm literally performing on stage with another actress and she literally pushes me. And I'm
No
like,
shit.
what was that?
Maybe
like?
she wanted to push you further in front.
Push your head in your career.
You misunderstood.
You go, darling.
You go.
You go, girl.
You misunderstood.
What?
She was
No.
pushing you ahead in life. Thank you for pushing her.
And there was this other person where I
If
almost...
we push a little more, names will come out. I'm on the squeeze a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think you're right, Ishan. I think you're right. Y'all are used to that, the way of dealing. And initially, y'all throw that to us. Y'all know that we also get comfortable, and then y'all lead to what she had mentioned. But not everyone.
Yeah, I don't think that's a everyone.
Not
thing.
everyone. Not everyone. Not
No.
everyone.
But
some. For sure.
basically, I feel like from that question, what I feel is like this girl code, sister code needs to be developed further.
For sure.
Maybe you guys need to create.
And I think the society also puts that, the attitude to us where they keep saying women don't get along. And
Exactly.
I mean, it's a thing that the society also has created, I feel.
Yeah, society always like if you look at like the Madonna whore complex, right? Or like even in any movie, whatever, there's more. I mean, most movies that you see about like, let's say like a love triangle, there's usually like two girls and vying for like the love and affection of one guy, and it's always like, oh, like, you know, I can be chosen only if the other woman is not in like their life or something
cat
like
fights
that.
are definitely
There's so many cat fights. Yeah.
enjoyed, entertained.
Right.
Yeah.
When you said the triangle thing, the first film that came to my head was Pearl Harbor. It was two dudes and a chick.
Right.
See, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at over the last like 50, 60, 70 years of movies and TV, there will be a higher amount of like two girls trying to get the affection of a guy, or like two girls involved. And, you know, sometimes it's not even like the dude's fault. It's like, oh, it's like the two women are fighting against each other, not realizing it's the dude who's the problem.
Right.
Look at Selena Gomez, Hailey Bieber, and Justin Bieber.
They're real people.
Exactly.
I thought we were talking movies.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's that's how
Media.
media kind of takes that
Okay, understood.
message and puts it into real situations, right? But I agree with you, it's not set properly. We don't talk about it, and society kind of makes an environment where it's easier to put it away and not even think about it.
Right.
Society, please do better.
Yeah. And I would agree with you because I remember when the Spice Girls were a thing. That's the cute one, that's the hot one, that's the this one, that's the this one, that's this one.
Yeah.
But they did that to the Backstreet Boys also. This is not a gender. I feel like
Fair enough, yeah.
like my cousin sister was like, that's the cute one, that's the guy who can sing, that's the blonde one.
But Yashan, we're talking about girl code now. Let's just stick
No.
to this now. It is
No,
a
I
big
want to
girl-
see the difference there. Like I'm trying to see why the girl code. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like
but
it's happening also
No,
for
true,
dudes.
true.
Yeah.
These are general,
So
general
like my point
issues.
is, I feel that the sister code needs to be more developed, and
True, true.
you guys need to like define it more. What do you say, Amal?
Yeah. Why don't you all have each other's backs better?
that's a tough question.
There you go. Asking tough questions here. That's so wrong. All right. No, fair enough.
When
No,
you were
yeah.
when you were in school, okay, like for example, when you were in school, at what point did you feel like you had your friends back? Like now we had this chat with the guys about the bro code. They said that when they started doing sports, when they were in teams, that's when the bro code started developing. Is it the same for the girl code? Like
Okay, I'm going to start bragging about myself.
God damn. All right. All right. We can all go home now.
we should have like a song. That's a bro bragging session.
Oh my god, yeah. Can I write a song for that?
Please do.
I will write a song.
Please do. So yeah, I am the best at it. I've always had other women's back.
Like you touched them.
Yeah, literally. So if I had to. No, but like the reason to that, I feel, I was actually thinking about this. I mean, why am I so? Is because now now when she spoke of movies and how you related and what came to your mind, the same way, when I think of my favorite movies, they're all strong women leading movies.
Right.
And I realized it only just recently.
Like Lord of the Rings.
What? No. Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's
Swan.
so-
No, wait, hold on. Swan Lake. Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
Right.
And there's this another one.
Frozen.
No, Monster. It's an old movie where Chris.
Gail.
No, not Chris Gale. Oh, good
No,
God.
that's the one where she
Can you
ties the
stop
husband.
confusing me? Give me time.
She ties the husband and kind of beats him up.
Oh God, no. For
50
God's
Shades.
sake,
No, it's called Monster.
It's an old movie, Monster, and and there's a Sinhala one called Tan Pating Piyaman. So yeah, I mean that probably my amma also plays a major role, because I didn't have a father figure all my life. Amma was there. Amma was definitely financially backing, but physically she was on and off.
Right.
So that starting from there, I don't know. I've never had. I still don't. I don't even know if it's a problem that I have, but I never feel inferior when I'm with
Guys.
either women or men in general. Anybody. Like I said earlier, like now that has that in the early podcast I missed something. Yasha. I'm addressing that now.
Rewind.
So it's about self-confidence, right?
Right.
Now I did say I didn't emphasize that much in my life, but everything else helped me to automatically get it. For example, I was happy with what I was doing, with who I was, and the recognition that I needed, I got back in Kuwait.
Right.
Right? Now Kuwait is a very safe, very settled country where nobody. I mean, I think I don't know if I'm talking too much, but when there are lots of boundaries, when the laws are being implemented properly, I mean, with all the restrictions, there's a huge safety net, no doubt about it.
Okay.
But we, like, coming from countries like us, we do. I hear people accusing that system, because they're like, oh, we don't feel free. You don't get to do whatever you want. Blah 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 blah. But the more the freedom we get, the more
Crazy you get.
untamed we become.
Right.
The discipline gets kicked out of the. Yeah, I mean, the self-confidence that I have is being myself, being happy with what I do, and yeah, pushing myself, thriving to be the best version of myself only, and nothing beyond that. And living in Kuwait for 21 years, I've got so used to it. It's possible for me to. I mean, I still have that trait within my personality, but it's not easy here for sure. Like I have adjusted. I'm not as honest as I used to be, but at the same time, yeah, being confident with who you really, knowing who you really are, and thriving there actually helped me to not put anyone else down.
And
So
because of that, you were able to show up for your friends more.
Yeah, no
Right.
doubt. Now recently, I'm playing a supporting role, and there were instances when I was nominated, and someone else gets the award. I've genuinely been able to applaud them, and I really thank God for this habit that I have. And I must say, this habit does not come from birth. I give all the credit to my mother and the society I was living in, because it was easy for it to be instilled in me. But in countries like us, and even the Western culture, I mean, we think the Americans or the Europeans are doing way better than us because they're more developed, but it's trash. I mean, domestic violence is 1 out of 4,
You're right.
and rape and I don't know, whatever. Everything is drugs or whatever. Everything is all out there. I think
Yeah.
I've been talking too much.
So let me remind you the question again.
Showing up for your friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard, but it's a habit. It's a good habit that
What is
we
this
all
habit?
need to work on. Huh?
What is the habit?
First
So-
of all, we need to recognize when we are not right, when we feel like, okay, when we feel that competition.
Right.
We've got to recognize, okay, we're feeling this, and this is just not the way it should be, and work on it. It's a habit. We need to work on
So
ourselves.
humility.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. And knowing who you really are, do we really have to feel that inferior? Can I ever be her? Can she ever be me? No. I mean, we have our uniquenesses, and we're paving our own paths.
Exactly.
No one else can pave our path. We've got to do our own shit. I mean, we mess up. We bear with our own. What's the word?
Consequences.
Huh?
Consequences.
Thank you. So I mean, it's to one on its own, right?
Right.
So that it's the same when it comes. There's absolutely no competition in that sense. On the personal level is what I'm getting. So you realize that, and then you work on your weaknesses, and then I think we all eventually get better, no doubt.
Okay. No,
Happily ever after, yay!
I think you misunderstood the question. I meant like when you were younger.
Okay.
When you were younger, like
Always. I always had everyone's back.
You always had like
No doubt.
from grade one. You just went to school
All
one
my
day.
life. Honestly, all my life, Yashan.
What about you?
Because I never wanted to stand out. But with the little that I did, wholeheartedly, working my butt off, I always got rewarded. So all my life, I can confidently say that, honestly.
Then you?
I can say that too, to be honest. I feel like it also came from a place of people pleasing. I was a very big people pleaser for most of my life.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst thing.
It's not the worst
It's not the
thing.
best
It's
thing.
not the best thing.
Right.
It's not the best. I would not
Neither the best.
recommend.
That's
I do
balance.
not recommend. Okay, but I would say that I definitely I've had other women's backs my entire life, most of my life, I would say, and there have been moments where I would have just because I was very immature and I had this need to fit in. I have had specific moments where I hadn't had someone's back and I regretted it deeply. Like, for example, with my best friend once, I think we were in 8th grade and she told me a secret. And I ended up telling it to other people.
Everybody. She's that girl.
Just
The
once.
8th grade friend.
Just one time we talked about it. We're over it now. But then she ended up this is my best friend. I love her, And we ended up not being friends for a bit because she was really mad at me. And I completely understood. And I think I needed that. I need to, like you said, consequences, right? Yeah. So I needed to know what it feels like to have made that mistake, know that it was wrong. So I guess at the end of the day, apart from the code being there, we're all paving our own paths, right? And at a young age, we do make mistakes. It's normal for everybody. I'm sure you've made
I made a mistake this morning also.
Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about that. But I feel through those mistakes, you have to learn and actually hold yourself accountable. That's so important.
Right.
Because if you hurt someone you care about, or even if you hurt another woman, and if you did it at the time because you didn't understand the consequence of it, you have to take time to reflect and really understand that it was wrong and keep moving forward from that. But if you're the kind of person who goes oh my God, that's not my problem. That's not my shit to deal with. That is where you, I would say, are in direct violation of the girl code.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, has there been a certain situation in your life where a girl best friend didn't have your back? In fact, they went the complete opposite way and stabbed you in the back.
Many, many times. Ooh. Many
One story. Pick your one good story.
Many times.
One good story.
One good story. I'm thinking. Are you saying best friend or friend in general?
Anybody. For example,
we want the best friend who she's friends with since 4 years old.
Right. Okay, fine.
No, she's always had my back.
Okay, so then not her.
Not her. The other one.
So,
friends from 5 years.
Disappointed.
So my story was the fact that when I was very close with, the first one was a really close friend of mine who said that he had my back and then went and kind of did things with the girl I had just broken off with, which is kind of, a similar situation and this guy reassured me saying, oh bro, don't worry, I have your back, over and over again. And then I found out through the grapevine, through somebody else, that it was not just one guy, but about 2 or 3 who went behind my back, and then they made sure that this ex of mine got with this guy, which really hurt. Evage, or in a similar situation, do you have a story where somebody who was supposed to have your back really did a number?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the most recent thing I had to deal with was someone I considered a friend, trying to break off my relationship.
Oh, okay.
Because she was interested in the person that I was dating,
right?
And she would kind of tell me things oh don't worry, because I remember I actually confronted her at one point, And I was like, okay, like, tell me, is there something that you like, you had any feelings for them? Or because I can see something depending on how they were acting. And they're like, no, don't worry. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Like, you know, I'm there for you. This someone like, so I don't share my poetry with just anybody. Like, you know, and this someone I really like shared my poetry. Like, that's like the best way to explain like the friendship. I wouldn't consider them a really good friend, but they were a friend as someone, and girl code, you know. And then I found out later on, like, she's been like lying to the person that I was seeing and saying that I was with other people, and like I was doing things that I wasn't even like, that wasn't even in my radar, you know, and just like trying to break the situation up, like break my relationship apart, which was very hurtful, I would say, because I would never even dream of doing something like that, even to some girl that I don't even know. Like, let's say I find out I have a crush on someone who's in a relationship, I would never even think about hurting that other woman in that relationship. I would just like, my brain would instantly switch off.
Did you confront the person?
I did. So that was nice. And like, I was able to, you know,
ask her to bugger off.
more than that, just like speak my piece, you know.
Are you all still friends or?
No.
Khalas?
No.
Okay. So
I'm
khalas.
sorry, I can't. I cannot be friends with someone like, see, that is where I would draw the line, right? Again, like if you're the kind of person who is able to repeatedly do something, like this was not just one time, right? If you repeatedly do something that would hurt another woman and still not feel any remorse about it, then I don't find myself like even wanting to be around a woman like that. Because I like, it's, at the end of the day, it's about understanding. I'm sorry, I'm going to get emotional because this is an emotional topic for me, but moving on. Okay, composure. Why are you looking for tissues?
With Hotu?
Yeah. Can I get the without Hotu version, please?
I want one as well, please.
Hotu.
No, I'm not going to cry, don't worry. My voice might break.
That's all the tissues I have, bro. Right? You want tissue?
Oh my God.
I'll go to the bathroom and get you something. Okay.
But anyway, so because it's like a personal thing, right? But at the end of the day, I want to share that story just to like make people understand that it's important to empathize with people as much as you can, specifically if you feel like your actions can have consequences on them negatively. Like there is a possibility. Some people act selfishly, right? And they say, okay, I want something for myself, but they wouldn't consider the feelings of the people involved in that situation.
Okay.
And I think big part of girl code is like you put yourself in that girl's shoes and you think, how would it impact me if I was her? Like if someone did that to me, how would I feel?
Okay.
Because
Actually not that hard.
It's not hard. Women can
It's not
empathize
hard.
so, you know, women.
That's your thing. Y'all are supposed to be
Right.
empathizers, right?
It's our
That's what
thing.
I'm saying. So that is what really like irks me, like really puts me away from someone, is when you have the ability to empathize, not like you can't, right? Unless you're like a sociopath or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, Ciara's friend. How's it going? Okay.
But yeah, I just think that it's so important to, like, if you make a mistake, it's fine to make mistakes in my book, right? But you got to learn from it. You got to hold yourself accountable and really empathize with the other person, because you wouldn't want to go through something like that. Yeah.
Amanda, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Now we asked them what's the worst thing a lady has done to them.
Yes.
What's the worst thing a lady has done to you? Like, imagine you're a chick.
Cheated.
No, not cheated. Like, as a friend. Something where it violates the cis bro code. Because we know your bro stories. A girl or cis story.
Geshika is very mean to me.
Akesh, hi.
There you go. I don't know, man. And I would also say that I started associating, and man, it's gonna come off wrong. I started associating girls within my close circle very recently. So Rashali Kantana would be the Geshika.
Okay, it's just a side story. Geshika is this
Very
Aki
scary.
who kind of looked after us when we were growing up. Very strict, very tough, still scares me.
If you all want confrontation therapy from her,
Yeah, she'll teach you how to confront.
she'll teach you how to confront.
Yeah, she'll teach you how to confront. All right, continue, please.
But I would say that I wouldn't know too many girlfriends that I have trusted enough to have my back. So Geshika, you're still there, Geshika. So a picture over here. But also that I would trust my very personal stories with him, and maybe like one or two other friends. I wouldn't know a personal friend who's a girl who is close enough for me to give them information that they can use against me. So I wouldn't know.
Nice.
Wow.
Have you?
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in school, like I think I was in the 7th or 8th grade. So there was this girl I kind of had a crush on, and I was head over heels. So still figuring out what a crush is. I didn't know this is what it feels like and all that. So there was this thing where when you tell things to guys, they make fun of you. Like you'd be like, "Machan, that chick's cute, right?" And they're like, "Oh, gay." For some reason, apparently when you like a girl, it's gay at that time. Anyway, then I got close to one of her friends, and I used to tell her, "Oh, I think I'm falling for this girl. She's cute, blah 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 blah." This girl was like, "Don't worry, I'll keep it secret. We'll make sure that you guys sit together in class, have interval together and all that." But what I did not, I found out later was she was telling everything to her. Everything, like even when I say that her dress is pretty and all, and we were very young, so she freaked out. Like we were both very young. She freaked out. There was an incident where there was another dude involved who also had a crush on her, and he kind of confronted me. So then I told this girl, this guy confronted, and she didn't believe that. She thought I made up the whole thing, and it was a big scene. So that was the point where I decided, that I will never have a girl in this. Like I was scared. It was a while, at least about till I finished school. I didn't have a girl in the inner circle.
What are the reasons? Let's discuss. Like what are the reasons to this situation?
Yeah.
I think that's a guy thing, dude. I think so. If I had to trust my personal information to a girl, I would need to be dating that girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's these two. And now maybe Rashali and Kanchana. But I would still be very wary of what I'm saying, and I would filter it out. As opposed to...
Yeah.
So with him, I go all out. I don't even have to think before. So I practice Yoshan with Satis. I just go... And then he's like, you probably shouldn't say that. I was like, oh, you probably... But it's you. But it's you. Like, I trust you. So it is that situation. I don't know. Maybe it could be the fact that growing up... Well, I can't say you were introverted. I was terrified of women. Because we always pedestalized girls. Oh my God, she's looking at you.
We didn't even know women farted till like we were in the 10th grade.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. So the fact that we always pedestalized them made them seem like it was a superiority thing. Like the reason why I feel a lot of and by all means call me out, but I feel that there's a lot of sexual tension, especially when boys' schools and girls' schools interact, is because you're always thinking, and from both sides, you're always thinking, that's the opposite sex. You have to impress them. It's never act normal. It's always be better than you already are.
I think that is a genetic thing. We need to show that we are more bigger, violent. Like guys think if we show our violent side, girls are impressed by it.
Maybe.
Because they don't know.
Okay. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? Now
You're wrong.
Tell me if you're sure.
Okay.
Now, since when we look back, most of the time we had a male-dominated society, right?
Right.
Patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
Good times.
Let's have a different discussion about that.
No, but like, hasn't that affected this? Is what I feel, because now men have had the freedom, or whatever, to do whatever they want, but women have always had strict boundaries, and we've been breaking them, and we're progressing, thank God. But at the same time, like now currently the biggest issue women have is when a family is broken after a child, 70% the children are completely taken care of from the mother alone.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a global thing.
Yeah.
So now that means the mother that woman, the lady, has to be a perfect mother as well as play that father role as well.
Are you complaining that you're 70% of your daughter?
What?
Are you complaining that you're 70% of your daughter?
No. What she's saying is, according to the judicial system, if you file for divorce, the chances that the mother receives full custody of the child is 70%.
My question is
not the custody.
the time.
No, even forget about the courts. In general, I mean, the children are completely financially or like socially or whatever, completely looked after only by the mother.
So I'm asking, are you complaining about it? Because
I am complaining about it. I'm not.
When you put her to elders home, remember she complained.
This is not a thing just for me.
Right.
This is a thing that is happening worldwide.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, coming back to our thing now, people have decided the women has to have to dress in a certain
Yes.
particular way, behave in a particular way, and this and that. So we're juggling between the two is what I feel.
Right.
Okay.
And we don't know exactly. We want to feel more free. We want to do exactly. We want to behave like the men. We want to be that. But we don't have that yet. But y'all are so used to having this freedom
Right.
socially. I mean, this is the society itself have given y'all that authority is what I feel, and
Yeah.
that's
That's
why your bro code is so strong and the girl code is still
But
developing.
the
is what I
fact that
feel.
y'all are
could it be is
It
what
could
I'm
be.
saying.
but the fact that y'all were cornered like that,
Right.
wouldn't that build a more
One shall be stronger for
more
it.
shouldn't y'all be more stronger then? Like you're the rebellion against us.
No.
Why are you rebelling with
no,
each other?
I think it.
The minorities never. I mean, like
Why are you rebelling against each other? That's the question.
But again, see, that takes me back to the competition thing.
Which
Like-
we were winning, by the way.
Yes, the
Please.
competition things here. He was saying.
Please. Anyways, female competition.
Right, female.
Right. This thing, like you guys have internalized misogyny, right?
No.
Okay, so internalized misogyny is basically you hate your own gender because of what society has fed to
told
you
you, right?
in
There you
the
go.
back of your head.
Right.
Right.
Society do
Spot on.
better.
And-
Spot on.
and
Yeah.
women have
That's
to-
what we talk.
The camera.
Society do better. That's your shot set.
That's on a t-shirt, please.
I would
You're
like a
right.
screen grab of that, just like
That's your next song. That's your next song.
That's
Heavy
how
metal
you
all the way. Society do better.
That's your shot set.
As your shot said, don't forget.
oh my god, sorry.
You were saying.
No, please,
yeah.
but that was
Oh yeah, but yeah,
that's-
internalized misogyny is basically you hate your own gender, and it's kind of promoted. Especially, I'm going to talk about like us in South Asia, right? Because of our culture, it's heavily promoted.
Heavily.
Like for example, you'd have parents or mothers specifically. You look up to your mother, right? The mother might look at herself in the mirror and say, "Oh my god, I hate what I look," or the mother might be like, "Oh, like I don't like this particular female in our family," or like I have a problem with this friend, or judge a friend, or something like that. And then that gets transferred to you because of you learn from what you see around you, and then you at the back of your head, it's like a subconscious thing.
Right.
You kind of like you find yourself judging other women. You find yourself finding
Yeah.
flaws with other women,
Yeah.
and it all comes from that misogyny at the back of your head. And I feel like the patriarchy really pushes that narrative,
Right,
like
yeah.
you said, put together in a corner, kind of like the undeserving.
And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like now, since you mentioned about the minority, being the minority, shouldn't we be stronger? The problem with that is we all are coexistent, right? We need men, so we have
Cut that, please.
no. Like now, you take other minorities, like for example, the Muslims or whoever. Even though they're minority, they're very independent on their own. They
Right.
don't need us.
Right.
They're not dependent, but we are dependent on this on the other gender, and the other issue that I have, I think you all can address it now. I feel the mothers don't. Forgive me if I'm not accusing the two of your mothers for sure, but in general, I feel like the most toxic men are very attached to their
The
mother.
moms, yeah.
Especially in this part of the world.
You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a global.
Is it a global
everywhere?
Really?
I feel so, and I don't get it. It's like how I mean, and they're not that attached to their fathers. They don't respect their fathers as much as their mothers. I don't know. It's an issue that
I would break that down to being there's always a golden child in a family if you have more than one sibling, and it's always the oldest son who is closest to the mother and the oldest daughter that is closest to the father. So that's your Oedipus Electra complexes.
Now, on this topic now, this mother-in-law and daughter-in-law issue that we have.
Mother-in-law, daughter-in-law.
What's that?
Leila and
Nanda, my
Nanda,
lady,
yeah,
Nanda,
yeah,
my
right.
lady. It is very much valid. It is a thing. It is a thing.
Right.
I faced it.
I would know.
I've been married 100 times, so
It's
it
a
had happened.
it's a power dynamic.
Right. But who has more authority
Meta
over?
knows authority over the thing.
Yeah,
so-
but does it happen the other way? I mean, do you all get? Have you been negatively affected by your wife's
Father-in-law.
parents? No, right?
because I have no power there whatsoever and I don't fight for it. But you have the power, no problem. I don't mind that.
No, even
But my wife wants the power. My mom wants the power. And then my power. So then I'm in the
This
middle
sounds
of...
like a Marvel movie.
It is very...
But that is also a female issue.
It is.
Guys are chill. Like,
It is.
Right.
you want to do, no problem.
But see, it also comes from that scarcity mindset I was talking about earlier. Like women are fed like, like you can only, like it can only be you. There can't be other people. So even if you look at moms, right? Letting go of their kid is going to be harder because it's like, oh my God, like that's my baby.
Yeah.
Like
The
that's
son
my
especially.
everything. How do I let them go? You know, sorry about my Grinch voice. But
We just cut the mic out for that.
I think I feel the same for my daughter though.
But yeah, I think I don't think it's necessarily like mother-daughter because in my family there have been situations where it's like an older sister versus the
Mother.
woman who was married into like the older sister,
This is the lady.
her
right,
brother and the brother's wife. Like the older sister played the role of the mother-in-law in this situation.
In that
So, yeah.
in that situation, was their biological mother present?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so
even though the mother is present, the sister wants the power dynamic.
Yes. So it's more like the attachment, right? Depends on like, because that particular family I'm speaking about has a lot of siblings, like 9 odd siblings.
Right.
So it
Like
obviously it
Durex.
breaks, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was saying that her moms in general, they kind of hate other female in the family kind of a thing, and that projects onto the daughter, right? Something like that along the lines you were saying.
No, I didn't say that. No. That was not what I
So
was saying.
say exactly what you said.
What I said was like, so she said that there's this like
Yeah,
Nanda
yeah.
Malayali thing, right? I just said it doesn't necessarily apply always to mother-in-law and the
It could be the
woman.
sister-in-law.
It could be the same dynamic, but with other women in the family of
No,
the
you said
man.
something about the mom that
Okay.
projects onto the.
And the
Oh yeah. So what I'm saying, previously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What I'm just saying is like the way a mother looks at herself, the way a mother carries herself, the way a mother sees other women is projected onto the other, like the girl in the family, and that they would learn that misogyny, learn to kind of hate their own gender, and it'll be at the back of their mind.
That's so
And
true.
I feel like now we're on like a very like groundbreaking moment in our society, like our like say Sri Lankan society, because people are actually learning about it and kind of breaking through. But the previous generation, like my parents' generation, they didn't have the knowledge to even know what this is. And
I just want to add
You
to that. My mom doesn't discriminate. She hates everyone.
that's great. That's fantastic.
No wonder you turned out to be the same.
I don't hate anyone.
You don't hate, but you're very sarcastic. Eh?
Yeah.
Back me, back me.
Yeah.
Bro code.
Cisco also, apparently. But I would also say that it's a good thing that you are saying the fact that it is groundbreaking that you're aware, because then my counter argument would be, if you are aware that there's a situation and a problem, why aren't you addressing it?
Yeah.
It's gonna take time.
No, fair enough. But then if you
are addressing.
if you blamed your early generation and they blame the early generation, they blame it's just a generational blame.
That's true.
Very true.
Right.
That's
And then
Yeah.
since we're talking about codes and how you are standing up for her and you're standing up for her, then it is much in your capacity that you should be able to empathize and know that there's a situation like this, and you have to do enough reflection to break away from that. So then that's a blaming game.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing my part.
We're not saying you're not.
No, but I think there's some truth to that. I think it's like everybody has their own part to play,
Yeah.
and you have to like it's a personal
You have
growth
Masha.
thing.
You can't just say, well, my mom hated women, so I hate women.
No, can't.
That's
No,
stupid.
can't.
That's like me saying, well, my dad hated mustachioed men, so I also hate men with. I love men with mustaches.
Now talking about the
You hate your own reflection,
I have a mustache?
don't you?
No.
Is that not a mustache?
No, this is like bad anything. That's a mustache. Look at that.
Oh,
Hey, Satish.
I didn't know that.
Hey, Yoshan, how's it going?
I thought anybody with like hair on top of the lip that's called a mustache.
No, Yoshan's gonna make a joke. Go for
All
it.
right. No. I'm done with the jokes today, I guess. Let's go to something more positive.
Okay.
hold on. I just want to add something.
Hold on. Allapang.
Then I'm talking of this the social the male dominated society thing.
Okay.
Even Saudi, right? They only in 2015 they are the last, thank God, who had to bring in the right to for women to vote. Only in 2015. I'm just giving a small. Now people are looking down on Saudi on those aspects, but we can go on and on with so many statistics and like reasons to why women are being cornered, like you said. So it's I'm so thankful to you all for this discussion, because this is what's much needed.
You're
Right.
welcome.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I mean,
Don't thank
there
too
are
much.
there are enough and more reasons for us to be inferior and be be negative about
Each
our
other.
own gender.
100%. Yeah. And I think like something I've personally learned recently is the difference between a victim mentality versus like being the main character in your own story. Kind of like if you embrace this victim mentality, oh, everything happened to me,
Right.
I was born into this family, my mom did this is all out of my control.
Right.
Then you're going to be stuck in that forever. You're not
Yeah.
going to change anything about you. But whereas if you realize you have the power, right? You have the
Right,
power
right.
to change
Yeah.
who you are.
Like shit happens, but it happens
All
to
the
everybody.
time.
You know, then the power comes back to you. If all your superheroes die, then who's your superhero? It's you. You have to stand up for yourself. So yeah.
Always.
But
Yeah.
I will also add that a lot of my female friends, a majority of the issues that they have are because their aunties were absolute assholes to them, or it's their almost immediate peer group that has been chucking them under the bus, and they feel a lot safer with other guys, which is why we want to do this in the second place.
Yeah.
Why is it that women generally feel safer with the same men that on the complete opposite spectrum they would say, oh no, I choose a bear over a man?
Oh, that's a tough question. That's a very tough question. I think, okay.
Wait,
like-
would you choose a bear or a man personally?
Well, she's a
No,
bear. Oh,
she's not from that generation. She's common sense
So
generation.
recently in social media, there was this question that popped up.
just went like, I was like,
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm explaining. I'm explaining.
Upeksha, I'm so glad you're not a part of that.
I'm explaining it to you. Recently, over social media, it started through Reddit, I think, where they ask a question from girls. If you're stuck in the jungle, who would you rather meet, a bear or a man?
Like, would you feel safer?
with the bear or
Or-
a man.
Eggs.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
So
Lord.
majority of the girls, like
Have chosen a bear?
yeah, like about 85% of the girls said we would rather have a bear than a man in the woods.
Right.
So that was a whole controversy on social media for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then continue the answer.
Yeah, I don't have to answer that, do I?
He asked you the question.
No, the bear man thing?
No,
No.
don't worry.
Sorry, I forgot the question because we can't.
My question was, why is it that a lot of females that you might talk to have an issue that either their aunts projected some sort of hate towards them, their mothers project a lot of hate towards them, or that they don't feel safe with other girls, or their immediate peer group project a lot of hate towards them, and that they feel a lot safer with guy friends when it is the same opposite side of the same coin, where they would say they prefer or feel safer with a bear than a man.
Okay, all right. So my understanding of this is that for me, it is misogyny. Like the fact that their aunties and their peer groups have projected a lot of hate onto them that comes from misogyny, right? At the end of the day. But I think they find it safer because, like, in my situation, I have a lot of dude friends by comparison. I don't feel judged when I'm around my dude friends. I feel like I can be more carefree because that judgment comes from that misogyny. Because if you look at like our society with what's happening like culturally, there's a way that a woman is supposed to be that's always at the back of a woman's, at least in my experience. I came from very conservative family.
Right.
So there are these conservative values like, you shouldn't wear short skirts and shouldn't get tattoos.
Can't go out after
dark, shouldn't be drinking at a certain age, even if you are a woman, and things like that. So I believe, this is my opinion, that those things have been passed on, right? And they are at the back of someone's head. And it's so easy to quickly make judgments based on that.
Right.
Whereas men don't have that, in my opinion. In my experience, I haven't had boys who judge me for that, who judge me for going out, who judge me for doing what I want to do with my life, or moving out at a young age.
In fact, they would be the ones to help you out.
Exactly. They have been the ones who helped me out, weirdly.
Nicely done. High five for all men out there.
Wow. Look at you guys taking the credit.
They're winning this competition, bro.
No, that was always very bizarre to me because a lot of the friends I know, I know that if one of my close friends had to make a bad decision, I would tell her, this is the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life, but I will have her back, right? But I know that
I have made people cry for doing stupid decisions. He's seen it.
Yes, that was terrible. But at the same time, they would feel very uncomfortable telling their own sisters or their closer friend group that involved girls or their girl best friends that this is what they're planning to do because, like exactly what you said, they're scared of being judged.
It's the judgment.
Yeah.
There's a large level of judgment that comes from our own girlhood community, and I think culture does play some role in it, not a lot, but a slight role in it. And the bear and the man question, though, that I think comes down to the fact that I'm sure most women have experienced situations where they've been assaulted or
Yeah.
like even catcalled or
Right.
groped or something like that by a man. So in terms of safety with like an unknown dude versus a bear,
Have you seen bear?
I have seen a bear. Yes.
Right.
And I know what they do to you. I
Right.
recently found out.
Yeah. Oh, recently.
I recently found out. I used to think they were so cute. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
they
they
are.
were
Can't even
so cute.
outrun a bear. You know how fast they run?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I think, again, I don't know the answer to that question yet. I still haven't decided for me. But I think that the common consensus comes from the fact that women have experienced these really like messed up experiences with men at the hands of men. I myself have. I don't know if you have, but
Full on.
So no.
Yes, full on.
I wasn't sure. You were like, oh.
that's where that comes from. But it's different
Yeah.
to
Alright.
friendship.
Yeah, but then the logical argument to that is how many bears have you associated that haven't really mauled through you versus how many men? But yeah,
I mean, baby
I get
bear.
that. I
baby,
get
cute
that.
bears like panda
Cute
bears.
baby bears.
But if that question was with a male friend and a bear, the male friend, obviously.
No. In a Upeksha, you are in the woods. I can't say Singanadu, we don't have those bears. But you are in the woods where there is an option between a grizzly bear coming one
The road
way.
is breaking into two.
Right. Grizzly bear one side, random dude the other side.
Mate, to be honest, I'm not going to go with the bear for God's sake.
Okay.
I would rather
It's a-
get
it's a
hit by a
generation
man
thing.
and not a
It's a generation
bear.
thing.
I'd die.
It's a generation. That generation men, this generation bear.
Yeah, but that I mean, I wish I could just like make my own path and like go without
Bear,
either
bear.
of them.
Either there's a bear or there's a
You
man.
can't make your own path. You're living in a patriarchal society.
Thank you for that.
So let's get back to something a little more lighthearted. A friend calls you, a lady friend calls you, and she's telling you her problems and she's going through something. What would you do as a girl to show support and show that you have her back? Like, what are the simple things that a girl? This is kind of like you inspiring other girls. How you can have another girl's back?
I can easily sit here and look down upon what's her name?
Sihara.
Sihara. Hi, Sihara.
So this is Yoshan.
I'm Yoshan.
I know Yoshan now.
Ah, okay.
Sierra on the
I'm
weekdays
sorry,
and the other weekends.
I take a little time. See, don't confuse me with lots of names.
Her middle name is Nimhari.
Her first name's Netmini.
Can you stop? Sihara.
When she's subconscious, Gimhara.
I can easily sit here and
At night she's
and go
Mohini.
against what she says, and that has actually happened to me on national TV. I've
On
had
national TV?
I've had actresses like put me down on. I mean so that's starting from there.
Right.
I could do that, but what can I do? Obviously, empathize and just do my part. I
You mean on national TV someone cried to you or?
I cried, like I say my opinion and she
So that's such a gong thing to say, oh,
yeah,
like
she bombards me.
Oh, she scolded you.
She puts you down in
Yeah.
front
Puts you
of
down.
other people.
Okay, okay.
Very rude, not scold. She
Understood,
doesn't
understood,
scream, but
understood,
like
understood.
she puts me down.
All right. So did you put her down again?
I don't do that.
See, that's a woman of class right there. Just because they do that to you, you don't do it
Thank
back.
you.
Right,
No.
right. Fair enough. So it's only unclassy men that do that. Such situation.
And majority, yeah.
So unclassy women
Unfortunately.
fight for themselves.
Yes.
Yuck.
But
No.
I didn't understand then. Explain further. please.
This conversation goes like this, and then Yoshan goes bang.
I'm just trying to make sense of things. So.
No, you don't put yourself down to their
Level.
They-
Exactly.
I mean, they've got no ethics, no morals. They don't. All they know is to be selfish. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to come up thinking that they're doing that, but then at the end of the day, like we said earlier, they're just degrading themselves. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. And at the end of the day, I'm into my religion, so whatever I do, I feel like this is what I saw, and I will reap the benefit. Is the faith that I have.
Yes.
And I'm 40 now, been in this nursing for the past 18 years, and I'm all right. I mean, someone would say I could have done better. Obviously, there are instances, but at the same time,
You could have done a lot
I'm
worse.
very much independent,
Yeah.
and I'm very much happy with my daughter and with my responsibilities. So, yeah, I don't owe anything to anyone, even though some people say I do, but I don't really care. I mean, I don't care about what those
Who says you
idiots-
owe things to
Thank
them?
you.
What?
Yeah, I mean there are lunatics
that
out there.
woman who bombarded that woman.
No, that's another thing. Now, on that note, I think our society, in our society, the crappy people are way more louder than the knowledgeable, the really, like, you know, the good ones.
Yes.
That, I mean,
I know cricket team fans who are like that. Not the Sri Lanka team, but another very nearby neighbor team.
I mean, even during,
Satish got it. Like, oh.
I was completely surprised during Gotago Goma. I wasn't expecting so many people to gather there, but
Right.
you know, it was amazing to see that lot. No matter who says, there was. I mean, I loved that voice. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, the what's the word?
We don't know what you're trying to say.
The good people.
Good people.
Okay.
Need to be awakened and they need to be way more louder than
Yeah.
the idiots that are yelling
think-
out there.
Yeah.
I love how she keeps looking at me. She's like, idiots are loud. It's like,
I did not look at you. I looked
she's
at the
like
camera.
twice. Like,
No,
idiots.
you,
Like,
you rewind and check. I looked at the lens.
idiots. Then.
Nah, on camera they have better.
I
So
think,
the audience.
I think
Oh.
Some of them. Some of
We
y'all.
love
Some
you.
of you were talking to you.
What about you, Andy, on the week? Ciara, if a friend calls you and needs your
Yeah.
support, how do you step up? Or like advise other girls who are watching, how would you step up to show support to another girl?
I think the first thing is to listen. Like, don't talk, don't come to conclusions, don't judge, just listen. Because most of the time, women want to be heard.
Yes.
Right.
Like when I call my sister, I forgot to say I'm like this with my sister.
Okay.
We have the best
You're
relationship
lacrosse.
ever.
We're
Best
angry with each other.
We're best friends,
Right.
and I can tell about anything. She can talk to me about anything. We don't judge each other. We there for it. Like she's my other best friend apart from the girl I grew up with. And I would say listen because we want to be heard. We want people to listen to us. We don't get the space to talk about our emotions without
I'm sorry,
judgment.
but I actually tell there's this guy friend of mine. The first thing I tell him before I start talking is like, I don't need your advice.
right.
I don't need your judgment. I don't need anything. Just listen. Just don't say it. Just listen is what I say.
That's what I was getting to. I do this thing with my friends now where when they talk to me about something, I ask them first, do you want me to give you advice or do you want me to listen?
I give them more options. Do you want advice? Do you want me to listen or crack jokes?
That's like a Yoshan special. I don't
Yeah,
specialize.
yeah.
And everyone
Yeah.
always chooses the third option.
No one chooses the third option.
Everyone chooses the third option. Even if they don't, they choose the third option. I know it.
I would.
Way to go.
Please continue.
Good job. But yeah, I think so. I do that now, and it really helps the other person because sometimes even they don't know what they want until they're presented with the choices, right? And
Right.
sometimes they don't need advice. I feel like a lot of people would just jump the gun and be like, "Okay, you should do this. You know,
Right.
this is what you should do." But that's not what they need. You know, they need to come to that conclusion by themselves. Sometimes they just need to vent it all out. So give them the choice.
Right.
Like if someone calls you and wants to talk, give them the choice to choose what do they need right now. Once they know that, give them that and be like empathize as much as possible is like the biggest thing, honestly.
My wife gets mad when I give solutions.
See, that's the thing. I was just about to jump to that point
Oh.
too.
It's
I
like
think
she'd be like, problem,
Ow.
problem, like that. You can do that. Oh, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
that's a very guy-girl mentality thing because guys go problem solution. Girls just go problem, but they just want to vent it out. So I think a majority of guys, we are programmed in that. Okay, so now this is the problem. Click this and you're done. Girls are like, so this is the problem, but it's also red, and there's like a thing about it that I like, but I also don't like this about it. Also, did you know that yesterday I had a taco, and you're like, oh my god. So I think the fact that
They watch the podcast. They
yeah. So I think the fact that you actually emphasize saying, do you want me to tell you what?
Y'all never rationalize things. Y'all never.
No, we only rationalize.
You
things.
only rationalize.
So
We
like,
think so now. What you would do, Bhaksha, you would call and say, okay, so now this person says something
y'all
about
have a
this.
problem and then y'all have a solution right away.
Just that.
We look for the solution. We look for the solution.
It is almost the fact that we want to find the solution so immediately that we just don't
And y'all
want to
just
go.
don't. Y'all just never suffer no matter what.
No.
And,
We
y'all
don't.
just
No,
do it for.
we do.
Y'all don't get drunk and.
That
be
is
like,
that is the other thing with guys.
We
right?
bottle things up. That's
There you go.
different.
That's the other thing with guys. We might go through a problem.
bottling. Yeah,
But-
bottling.
but-
so that's what I wanted to hear.
What?
Y'all bottle, and most of us don't. The majority of us don't bottle. Y'all bottle. That is the difference. But that
I would
doesn't
I
mean-
would agree. I would agree.
You would agree. Yeah.
So
But that is not.
now,
That is
I
not
have never
even-
seen her this happy.
this is what it's like to be right, Dizzy. It's great. So what I would say
It's
is
not about solution or problem.
it is to us. It's always problem solution because generally we don't have time. Is what we believe.
Okay.
But what you're saying is also right because based on now I've done all of one men's circle, and in that circle, a lot of the guys who spoke had an opportunity to actually talk, and that is when everything comes up. When you say, okay, so now it's your turn to speak, they would speak on this surface level, and then if you just remain quiet and not say anything,
It just
then
goes.
everything else also comes out. Right.
Thank
so
you.
what you're saying
Thank
is
you.
right. Absolutely right.
And didn't that come from the social norm? Men are not allowed. Men are not supposed to cry, not be
Yes.
emotional. You're supposed to be. So these are all this crappy social stigma that's been put on our gender.
Yes and no,
That's true.
right? My yes would be absolutely bottling that shit up. Actually, what happens is then you're down a supermarket on a random Tuesday and the tomato sauce you're looking for is not there. You're like, fuck everything. You break all tomato bottles. There is that option, but there's also the thing that okay, so now if I allow him to vent and complain about his problems, how much venting am I allowing him to do, and how much complaining am I allowing him to do until it's too much venting, too much. And then after a while, is he as a man helping society by just being a guy who now complains about society and not does anything, as opposed to you getting on with the life? I understand your problems. We all have problems. Get on with your shit. That is how we grew up.
Like this, for example, I might have so many issues in me, but if I am to vent to someone, I may seem lesser. That is the society norm. That's the norm
That's
brought,
the problem we
right?
have. Yeah.
Even if I
Yeah.
was to share to a female, let's say I share to my wife, at a point where we're arguing, there's a high chance she's going to throw that back onto me. Women do that. You can't say no. I have seen
So
it.
do men.
Uh,
Oh please!
Fight. Well, we forgot she
Now-
married boxers.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not a gender based thing
So,
for sure. It's a
so
gender-
then what happens is we kind of walk away, we keep quiet, and then I speak to him. 2 minutes, very surface level. But when we did the men's circle, it went deep,
Yeah.
and we saw some things that there were so much issues that are root into it that we never expected.
Yeah.
So then there was a lot of opening up and happening there. But even in that situation, the first thing that the other guys were like, Machan, we can do this.
solve.
We can do that. We can do this, Like there was a lot of problem solving,
Yeah.
right? There was a lot of problem solving happening.
That's just how guys are wired.
It's the logical brain versus the emotional brain. Yeah.
Over
But-
them. Yeah.
And that is why I think if you take the big five according to psychology, why a lot of women go to very empathetic fields, like nursing is primarily women dominated, but that's because y'all genuinely care.
Yeah, you all care. You all care.
Like, I
We
can't.
have the ability to care.
That is that.
We
That is
don't.
The mother
We
instinct.
our ability to care is much less.
that. Yeah,
That's
and that is
because
also
that's also a society problem.
that's both.
That's
that,
how we have been raised.
That's a biological problem as well. If you were brought up in a house that that cherished you for being a lot more empathetic, and you saw that to be how you were rewarded with love or whatever, then you would grow up to be a lot more empathetic. So guys who grew up with a lot of sisters are a lot more empathetic, whereas guys who generally grew up with a lot of brothers would be a lot more competition based because he did this, he did this, he did this. He's doing swimming, you're doing boxing, you're doing this. He got first place. What did you get?
It's the same for girls as well, ne? I've seen girls who have been brought up with brothers and
Yeah, if you're
Very
if you're with a
much.
brother
Yeah.
background, yeah, that's what he
yeah,
meant.
same thing.
It does. If you're having more brothers in the family, I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like for me, most of my life, it's been like walk it off. Something happened, just walk it off. So that's the mentality I've been coming from. So
I take long drives. So I mean, I think
I mean, look at my body now.
I
I'm obviously
can't
driving.
So
with what you said that women and men are this at a small point you did mention. I think most of it is changing now.
Yeah.
I feel because like now we earn. I mean, in my grandma's generation, none of them worked. No matter how
Right.
educated they were,
Yeah.
none of them worked. But when it came to my amma's, everything started changing.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now we all are very much equally in everything.
Yeah, and now we are privy to all this information thanks to the internet and all that.
Oh yeah.
So you
100%.
can, all the information you need. If you want to make the change to it, you can, because all the therapy and everything you
Everything's
need is
available.
it's just there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just need to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And with that, we had the more fun part of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Before we start that, I just want to tell our viewers again, at no point we have inferred that women are inferior than men. We are all equal. It's just that some things when women can do better that men can't do, and some things men can do better
Hands
than women.
down.
So everyone's happy, no one's offended, I hope. Ciara, are you offended?
No, do I look
She
offended?
took some 10 seconds like, are you offended? No.
I will come back later with my receipts.
And I hope you also not offended at any point.
Not at all.
Superb, excellent.
All I have to say as well.
So if you're offended in the comment section, just say you're offended.
Okay, cool.
We just wanted to open up on a topic that I feel that was not discussed at all.
At all, yeah.
And as a guy, I wanted to understand that whole sister code, the bond.
See, I think you said something important. Like another reason that it doesn't really like exist is because it's not discussed.
Yeah, fair enough.
People don't even talk about it. I've seen so many podcasts about like the bro code and this is the bros and this is what we do. And there's nothing about like female-led girl code. How I Met Your Mother, the bro code is like everywhere. You know, I learned the bro code from Barney's.
We learned the bro code from Barney's sister too.
Exactly,
Barney's
right? Exactly. So like I feel like even in pop culture, things like that, it's not explicitly talked about or mentioned, and people just don't realize that it's important.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you all actually agreed to come.
I mean, we all are
Can't
like
say the
doing
same.
this.
We had
for-
a lot of guests bailing out when we told them the topic.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We were like, we're talking about the sister code. Nah.
Yeah.
So we're happy that you came. Now we're going to go to the fun side of today's podcast. The podcast is discussion part is over. We're going to play a game.
Yay!
Let's bring on the bitter.
So since last time we got a complaint from Upeksha that I knew all the questions beforehand, today I don't know the questions also. We have our game master Satish Sakkumaran.
Hi.
He's taken, by the way, so ladies, you're too late.
Gentlemen, you're even later, but yeah.
He's going to use ChatGPT. And he's going to pull out a few questions from ChatGPT. We're going to divide it into two teams, Amanda and me versus you and you.
Okay.
And he's going to ask a series of 10 questions in 3 rounds. The team at the end of the first round gets the most points. We'll make the loser team drink a special juice that my mom has made for y'all.
What's in this juice?
It's very healthy. Pure Caravilla.
Oh my god, no.
100% Caravilla.
Oh my god.
Fresh Caravilla from my garden.
Oh my god, I hate caramel.
Yeah, that's that. This was Upeksha's suggestion, by the way, last time.
What? Why? I didn't suggest this. Did I?
You said next time have Caravilla.
I did not say that, Ishan. No,
If you guys want to watch Upeksha said this, watch all the other
yeah, please watch and tell them that they're lying.
You need to shake
I
it.
think I can hear him
All right.
if not.
So then we're going to change seats and one mic will go to Satish.
Oh, okay.
So 10 questions, trivial questions, nothing to do with the Cisco or anything. The team that has the least number of points has to down the shots. 3 rounds, 10 questions each.
What's the trivia about?
Trivial. He just types trivial question on ChatGPT, whatever ChatGPT asks.
Oh my god.
So there's no bias. I also don't know the questions.
Awesome.
All right, go.
All right. What is the largest planet in our solar system? Ishan?
Jupiter.
Oh,
That is correct.
One mark.
Got it. Boys, 1, girls,
Shoot.
0. Okay, cool.
no zeros.
All right, second question. How many continents are there in the world?
Continents.
Ishan?
7.
That is correct.
7.
Boys, 2, girls, 0 plus
The
0.
sound rate's faster here.
I know the answer.
All right, here's the thing. Put your hands up right after I finish the question.
But if
By default, no marks then.
if I know the answer before you finish the question.
Okay. What is the process called by which plants make their food using sunlight?
No!
Boys, 3,
You're
girls,
looking
Photosynthesis.
I am
Look
looking
this
at
way.
I can. It's my
0
it's
plus
So the
my-
next
0
round you
plus.
do come in and go there.
You change code.
It's my peripheral vision. I think.
Okay.
Wait, pause. Huh? If we get 6 right, they cannot overtake us. So first
Yeah.
to 6 gets to drink the shots.
We're halfway there.
What is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
Hardest natural substance.
Diamond.
It's like I know the answer also.
Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet?
Shakespeare.
That's correct.
She didn't say the full name. She didn't say. She could have been Shakespeare.
William
She didn't say the name.
It
Come
can't,
on.
it can't be,
William.
it can't be Kumara Shakespeare. Shakespeare.
How many do we have?
We have 4. They have 1.
1.
What is the longest river in the world?
The-
Oh, that was a tie between the both of you.
Let us skip the next question.
The Nile.
Who invented the telephone? That's correct.
Graham Bell.
You didn't say first name. You can say first name.
I said Graham Bell.
It's Alexander Graham.
It's not Kumar Graham Bell, no matter. It's not Stigma.
Shakespeare, I can say Graham.
Which planet is known as the red planet?
Oh, shit.
The planet Mars.
That's correct.
6.
Okay.
Damn it.
Shots, babies.
Can we just make it more fun and have like a bonus question with extra
Shots,
points?
babies.
Alright, we'll have
We
Extra
both
points.
are supposed to drink?
Yeah, that's deep.
For the girlhood.
Please get this screen, please much up basically.
So I guess like food
Zoom
poisoning or
in.
something.
No, it's clean, very clean, pure carbon.
If you get food poisoning, that means your system wasn't used to
you
healthy
will
stuff.
be very healthy
You
by
have to drink the whole thing.
whole shot.
Yeah, Masha.
Adu?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
That's so bro.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's also a generational thing. Upeksha is like fine.
Because like that's nothing. I'm adverse in my life.
That is so, bro. This is.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Really?
I mean, the medicines that we normally take.
No, because my mom put garlic into this to neutralize the shitty taste. I'm like making worse. It's like I put garlic to a pizza.
You have to. You refill the glasses.
Alright, do you want to switch sides or continue? Now round 2 is going to start.
Let's switch.
Alright, let's do this. You want to switch out the questions or are you going to continue with the same?
No. This is the second one.
May I have my book, please? I had to mark the.
Please note that I do not know any of the questions again. I just want to, because last time she accused me.
Yoshan's just smart, guys. That's just like
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yoshan is really brushed up his trivia last time. Okay.
Wait, so in the last round it was mostly me and Ciara who answered, so let Upeksha and Amanda do this one.
Alright.
So we don't get to answer.
I mean, she answered one.
But I always have my hand.
She had an answer, it's just that she was slow.
Alright, okay.
Alright, we'll stick to the same one.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
What organ in the human body is primarily responsible for detoxifying chemicals and metabolizing drugs?
Who raised the hand first?
They are supposed to answer, right?
No, it doesn't matter.
He raised first.
Who raised first? You.
I didn't say that. I thought they were
No,
the
he
only ones
raised
supposed
first.
to answer.
Actually, he did.
Alright, cool.
Liver.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Are you like secretly a genius?
Yes.
Secretly a genius.
I thought we were giving both of them.
No.
Because his processing
Same
time
answer.
is very fast.
Like, when the fourth word is in the question, I already kind of know which way it's going.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere?
Nitrogen.
That is correct.
Good. I was about to say something else.
Next question. What is the formula for the area of a triangle?
Oh, fuck.
What is the?
Formula for the area of a triangle.
Should I pay attention in school?
I forgot.
Fuck.
Can I make a guess, but it could be
No.
wrong?
Yeah,
Raise your
I'm going to make a guess.
That's
Alright, go ahead.
A equals B squared plus C? I don't know.
What?
No, not even close.
I can't remember.
I also can't remember.
The answer is half into base into height.
Right. Yeah.
Miss Monica.
But what is A equals B squared plus C? There's something else.
That's the Pythagoras? No.
Is that
That's
Pythagoras?
A squared equals B squared plus C.
A squared equals B squared plus C. Okay.
That's fine. I failed maths.
Why do you get so offended, Satish?
Been so long. since
It
I
wasn't
heard
even
that.
close. That's
I
fine.
totally forgot the area of triangle. I'm embarrassed by myself.
But then half into B into
Base into height.
Alright, next question. What is the capital city of Australia? Yashan?
Canberra?
That is correct. Next question. In what year did World War II end? Same time.
Same time?
Yeah, same.
Let her have it.
Yes,
1945.
that is correct.
Come on, Yoshan.
No, Pau, she gave me the last one. I gave her this.
Easy question. Be prepared. What is the longest bone in the body?
Fever. Sorry. Fever.
You had to wait till he picks you.
Wait till I pick it. No, that point doesn't correct.
Go for the boys. All right.
Good job.
Next question. An easy mathematic question.
Shit, I hate math.
It's easy. What is the value of pi in 2 decimal places? Yashan?
3.14.
That is correct.
1 for 2?
2 decimal
In 2
places.
decimal places.
-1 for not knowing the question.
No, I'm saying, isn't it 3.1444?
He said 2 decimal place. If he said more than 3, I wouldn't have answered.
Oh, right. My math is not math.
Next question. Who was the first president of the United States?
Go ahead.
Shit, I forgot.
Lincoln is
the answer on that side.
What?
The name of the president is on that side. It starts with P.
Why can't I see?
Starts with P?
Starts with P. It's right there, dude.
Huh?
See it?
Who starts with P? No, nothing
It's
starts
right
with
there.
P.
It starts.
He's joking. It doesn't start with P. I'm gonna
President.
take a wild guess and say Johnson.
Uncle?
Johnson who? Johnson and Johnson?
Johnson. Yeah, no, I can't remember the last name. I know it's Johnson.
No, it's not Johnson. It's George Washington.
Was it Washington?
Yeah.
Right there.
Where?
President George
Alright, 0. Go next question.
Okay.
Shall I get a bit harder?
That's hard enough. Go ahead.
Really? Okay.
We need one more mark, bro.
How many do we have now?
We have 4.
4. So we need 2 to make 6.
Damn it.
We need 2 to get it right.
What is the capital of Kazakhstan?
I have no idea.
Capital of Kazakhstan.
That is correct. Yes.
If you raise your hand, I'll give you 2 marks.
If you raise your hand, you get like 4. You will equal the score.
What does it start with?
A.
It's no, I can't. I don't know.
Abdul Fasil.
Next question, please.
What is the capital?
It's Astana.
No, we
That's
wouldn't
my
have
next
got
guess.
that.
Abdul Fasil first, then Astana next.
This is a biology question.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
do
I
you
mean-
adjust your ass when you are
Biological.
Being comfortable. What is the largest artery in the human body?
The largest artery.
In the human body.
I forgot the name. It's the one. I know.
The one where?
This one.
I trust it.
The Jagula.
No.
Not even close.
Does it start with the letter T?
No.
Damn it.
You thought I said trachea.
Yeah.
Trachea is not a.
Largest artery.
I'm gonna name everything I know.
The largest artery.
Largest artery in the human body.
Is it
one
the
that-
aorta?
That is correct.
But she said, is it the aorta?
Yeah, no.
That is
I knew it.
She kind of did.
One small mark there.
This is all my biology knowledge.
These are the boy points, these are the girl points.
Next question. Who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection? I think it was a tie between the both of you.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Pick. What are you gonna pick?
Which one are you going to pick?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna pick
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm not going to tell you that.
You pick rock, okay?
I'm not going to.
Pick rock, okay?
Rock.
This is manipulation.
Rock.
This is manipulation.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, we won.
Ciara, may I answer? Who developed?
So I put rock.
Who developed the theory of evolution by
Charles Darwin.
That is correct.
So she didn't say sir.
That's fine. It doesn't mention so.
They're catching up, bro. We'll have to drink.
That's good.
Step up your game, bro.
I did! I lost rock, paper, scissors.
I knew what you were doing because if I thought rock, I was going to do paper. So.
What is the powerhouse of a cell?
What? Powerhouse
Cell.
Mitochondria.
Yeah. Guys.
Mitochondria.
Guys.
That was easy.
Come on.
I knew that.
Because recently we had this conversation.
You had this conversation
No.
about mitochondria?
Yeah.
Why?
Because our conversations are very intellectual.
So that's what they talk
We don't talk
about.
about feelings, we talk about mitochondria.
Next question. Who painted the ceiling of Sistine Chapel?
One of the turtles. One of the turtles.
Yasha.
Is it Michelangelo?
That is correct. How did you know? How?
Because I watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, one of the turtles.
Oh, well, the best. Hi, so now we clearly have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You guys
So-
on again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Girls have 1, 2, and the other 4.
Can you pause my phone?
Ah, yes. I thought you wanted to see the points. All right, so judge, we got 6. They got 4. All right.
Ayyo.
Since we are bros, we will have the shot with them.
Good job.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a bro, and that's a wrap of this episode. I'll see you on the other side.
And this last, you have last episode. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is actually good for your body, no?
Yeah.
Everything is good about it. Thank you, Satish. Thank you, slvlogs. We'll see you on the other side.